live, everybody. Give it a minute. I'm going to mute. Thank you guys once again.
But I canceled that one.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
Is that?
The Twitch is telling us that we are muted on the audio front.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing that. Uh-oh.
I said we can hear each other.
Yeah, we can hear each other.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be the case, as I am not an expert here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and I see, too, it's like got the zoomed in thing. That's probably what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Dan.
Uh-oh. Let me...
I wonder why the audio wouldn't be coming through. That doesn't really make sense to me, if we can hear each other.
Yeah.
It says working better now on the audio. All right.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Audio
is good now. I'm getting.
Can you hear me? Okay.
All right. Let me work in the background on this zoomed in issue. But if you guys' audio is good, then keep it rolling. Let me try to fix this part.
pretty easy. I was surprised about how many people were like cutting corners and stuff like that after being told that it went from 15 miles to 8 miles, but it didn't really bother me. It's just a competition, so I just kept doing what I was doing. So,
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah,
I was gonna jump in really quick with the cutting
yeah,
corners bit. That was a whole big thing in the commentary booth. We had a lot of
yeah,
fun with
yeah.
that. You know,
I-
I think, yeah, I was just gonna say like something on it was the day of for phase one. You guys are running 2 laps, and it was like something for us to almost commentate on, right?
Yeah,
Especially like at that point, we didn't know anyone's names. We didn't know what was gonna happen at all. And
yeah,
yeah, it's funny. I've been seeing a lot of like the TikTok and Instagram comments. People be like, "Oh, that's part of the show." Like,
yeah, yeah.
you
Like
know,
I
and
said, yeah, I didn't really care that they were, but I was like, if you're gonna cut corners and cheat, then you might want to beat me because, and a lot of them weren't beating me, so it didn't really bother me too much. Um, I honestly, a lot of the physical stuff I wasn't too worried about. The only phase that I really was like worried about was the deception phase because
Mm.
there was just no information. You can't train for that. Like you can't yeah, you can't really lift weights to train for deception. So that was the only
Right.
thing that's the only thing I thought would have gotten me. And honestly, I got lucky in the fourth phase. Our team was one of the only villager team that won. And so it was just hard to. I've played similar games to Werewolf before, but like in a group of strangers, it's hard. You can't really pick like who's lying, who's telling the truth, like you can with like, your friends and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot harder than I was expecting.
Yeah, deception was one of the most fun phases I thought because of just that. There was
Yeah,
no physical element to it, so it was kind of everyone almost out of their comfort zone and honestly having to kind of just wing it, you know,
yeah,
like in the moment and just like figure it out. And we got some really great footage of that. We are like bouncing in between different groups because I think it was like the three were all going simultaneously at one
yeah,
time. And for the first at the beginning, the first 2 groups, if you remember, the werewolves won.
yes, yeah,
And we were sitting there like, oh my goodness, it could be only werewolves, and we're only going to end up with like a handful of pro hunters at the end of the day because it was really going to narrow down.
yeah,
Obviously, you know, your group got the villager win, and that kind of led to the perfect number 9 at the
yeah,
end there.
yeah. And then and then there was the instance I almost got disqualified because I didn't know when it was the next phase was starting.
Oh, what phase was that?
The fifth phase, I didn't show up on time. I was in the bathroom. Um,
Oh, you were that guy.
yeah. Yeah, they were because I was like, hey, when I don't like I asked I forgot who I asked. I asked like, hey, when's the next phase starting? He's like, I don't know yet. So I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom,
Right.
and so that's what I was in the bathroom, and then like I come back out there, they're already like, oh, like we're missing somebody, like we have odd numbers now. So I didn't even get to do like that whole voting thing that they did in the circle.
Oh, really? Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Interesting. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I think next time, and obviously now you're a pro hunter, you can maybe be in on this if you want. Like, let's
yeah.
definitely try to like button things up. I think phases 1 through 5. That was one of the most interesting parts from my perspective. Me and the commentary team, Malcolm and Zach with me,
Mm.
was you know, I would sit there and say the rules to a game, and then all of
Yeah,
a sudden they'd all change and they'd mix
yeah,
things
yeah,
up, and
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be up there with the the boom mic like saying different stuff. But it was the fun of the day. And
Yeah.
for Labyrinth, did you initially just choose? I imagine you just choose to do the obstacle course off the
Oh yeah, yeah,
bat.
yeah. 'Cause-
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't feel like trusting other people.
That's so funny.
So
Someone else, I think
yeah,
someone else said that. Like, I love that idea where it's like you just don't want to rely on others.
yeah. I'm strong. I've done like Spartan races and stuff like that. So that obstacle course wasn't too bad. And I was forced to go up the tall wall, and I still did it pretty well.
What was your time? Do you remember? I know it was sub
Uh,
40 to pass.
38,
Oh yeah.
38. So yeah,
Nice.
it was still pretty good.
In phase 2, that was kind of a wild phase.
Oh yeah, that was like a bull run.
Yeah, how did that go for you? Like, what was your experience?
So I came with a group of guys. We all met on the Discord, not the Discord, the Reddit
Oh,
thread.
cool.
So we all were like talking about our training and stuff like that. We all went up there together. Um, it was me and one of the guys that was in the Reddit with me. And I was like, hey, there's two guys over there. You get this guy, and I get that guy. Because usually in those type of events, everyone's worrying about the guys that are like in their immediate area.
Right.
And I was worried about there was a bunch of guys behind me, and they were all trying to sneak up on me. So my goal was just to get away from that. So it in like the first minute of phase two, I sprinted on the borders of all of it, and I was trying to get flags on the way, but if I didn't get them, I just kept running. I just full on sprinted to that dude that I picked out in the very beginning, and then I took his flag and I ran straight for the safe zone.
Wow.
So I was in there for less than a minute.
That's amazing. Yeah, that seems to be like the best way to go about that phase was just getting
Yeah.
in and out. Do you know what like heat you were in? Like which
I was in the
game?
first one.
Oh, you were in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
I was in the first one. Yeah.
yeah, the first one was kind of the most tame. The other ones, it felt like everyone kind of learned from phase one or
Yeah,
not from phase one,
yeah.
but from like heat one, and then everyone just went crazy. And we had
And
somebody
I
bleeding.
knew that that's how it was gonna be, because like once you see it done once, then you're already gonna pick up a plan. That's why I just came in there with my own plan in the very beginning, and I just did it. So
Yeah, that was honestly brilliant because I remember we were talking about it in the moment, like, oh, maybe it would be what you just said, like a better strategy to kind of like sit and wait and like see how it goes and then have a better understanding. But
yeah.
obviously you played it well. You had mentioned before we started going live, like you have some other events going on in your life. Like, what else do you do outside of this? Like, what made you want to sign up for this event to begin with?
I mean, I've been watching animes like Hunter x Hunter for years now, and I just like doing challenging stuff like this. So I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing bodybuilding for 7 years. I have a show this Saturday. My goal was to get my hunter's license and to get my pro card in bodybuilding. And they're within 3 weeks of each other, so I was hoping to do that this weekend.
You got one so far. You're
Yeah,
on a
I'm
hot
halfway there.
streak.
Yeah.
Yes. With future exams, you know, there's rumors, there's talk out there. There's going to be another one later this year in the fall. Are you excited to possibly come back and just like be an examiner, have some kind of role? Like, is there a special secret pro examiner, pro hunter group chat now?
I mean, yeah, we do have a group chat that we've been talking about certain stuff, but I mean, I love to come over there and be an examiner and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. What if you had your way, or like if you just having been in the inaugural class now of pro hunters, like what would maybe your advice be for anyone who wants to do it next time that maybe even didn't show up this time, or maybe even if they did show up and just didn't quite make it to the end?
I mean, let me see. There's a lot of things I could say. I
Yeah.
mean, just one, trust yourself. If you've been training hard, then then you've been putting in the work. Then trust your training and what you've been doing. I know I was worried about going to the fifth one because one, I was tired, and two, all of the guys were bigger than me. I'm the shortest. I'm the shortest of the 9 guys in the group, and it was definitely one of the shorter guys in the last 18. And I was worried about the tug of war because I was tired and the guy was bigger than me.
Right.
So I was like, if I lose this, then I'm gonna have to do the dodgeball game. And my friends know I suck at throwing, which I think you guys saw that when I missed two throws.
Yeah, that was, you guys had the reset, right?
Yeah, that was awful.
That was intense though. That was intense.
And I told the guy I was going, and I was like, you might win this because I suck at the dodgeball. I suck at throwing. And so I was telling a lot of people that, but at the end of the day, I mean,
Mind games.
Yeah, I just did what I did. I just got small, and I would let him throw, and I got him on the second time.
Yeah, would you really say, like, for people that are going to come out for the second exam, just train endurance? Like, what do you think it is? Just getting past phase one and then rolling the dice, or is it, like you're obviously very physically built?
Yeah, I mean, like the getting past the first phase is definitely the biggest obstacle. Like fitness wise, because that hour and 14 minutes I think we had for the 8 miles. Oh, I think so. I just cut out. Did I cut out? What happened? Oh, there you go.
Back. Okay. I don't know what.
I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, go on.
Myself for
Phase one.
minutes.
Yeah. You're good.
But what was I saying now? So
Oh,
phase one.
yeah, phase one, the amount of time, 100.
Yeah, we had like an hour and 14 minutes. I think I was in like the upper heat. I wasn't trying to like overexert myself and be the first one to finish in the first thing, but I knew I was gonna pass it at least. But yeah, just having the endurance to get through the whole day, honestly, because being out there
Right.
for like 12 hours, I think when my friends looked at his calorie counter, he burned like 8,000 calories that day, and he didn't even he didn't even compete past the second phase. So it
Wow.
was so yeah. After that, I ate a lot of food afterwards.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
I was
Yeah,
yeah
I was exhausted just sitting there talking. But it was a very long day, and it was. I mean, that was kind of. I think the endurance element, not just in phase one, but
yeah
from phases 1 through 5, was kind of the fun of it. You know, like
yeah
it really, like you and the other 8, it felt so deserved. It's like you guys
yeah.
have been grinding here all day. This has been and there's been so many ups and downs, and like the little scandals with like the escape room and the cutting
Oh yeah, yeah.
corners.
That was funny. That was funny when I heard about it. And then all the guys had to go do the obstacle course, and they did not do well in the obstacle course as I was watching. I was like,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate, but
I mean, that's
it's it's
tough,
it's
man.
it's,
Like,
it's the game.
yeah, it was honestly, it kind of sucked from our perspective because we were enjoying bouncing back and forth on the broadcast
Yeah.
between, yeah, like we were doing the obstacle course, we were talking, and that first game, it was fun. They had our production team had great camera angles inside the escape room,
Yeah.
but of course, those great angles were leading to people
Yeah.
getting a little egregious out there and
Yeah.
tuning in. On phase 5, let's dig into that because
Mhm.
that's, I mean, quite frankly, like it all led up to phase 5, but it was
Yeah.
also incredible to watch because it was finally, once again, from I think the viewers at home's perspective, I can actually just see what's happening in a real way.
Yeah.
Like where it's 1v1, there's not a lot, it's not a ton of people jumping
There's just two people
around.
on the screen. Yeah.
So what was your experience with all 3 elements of phase 5?
Like I was saying earlier, I guess I was worried about the tug of war because I say everyone's bigger than me. So I was gonna try to win, but I was exhausted like everyone else. One thing that I was, which is what just thinking about like the aura ranking thing and
Yeah.
like the least in most aura and all that stuff. And I was like, I didn't really get it because like everybody at this point has definitely worked hard to get here. So like why say, oh, this person's more likely than this person, like that? We're all most likely to win at that point. So I didn't get that. And then the guy with the least aura, he ended up winning both of his things back to back. So that was pretty sick.
I love
I,
that.
I was cheering. I don't know why they doubted him in the first place. That man is he's beefy.
Yeah. What was your experience with the memory tiles? That was a pretty intense moment.
So I have terrible memory. But I do have good photo memory, like looking at things, and so I think I was just I don't know how to explain how I do things sometimes, but I was just
You're a
I
pro hunter.
use
It's okay.
yeah,
Explain. Yeah.
I just use like mostly numbers to figure out like which time. I think I like more than half of them correct. So I did pretty good on that. But like I said, the dodgeball one, I was so worried about. I thought I was gonna lose that one. I was telling everybody, and I had a lot of my friends back home in Virginia Beach area. My guys over there, they were like, man, Trey sucks at throwing. They were actually spamming the Twitch channel the entire time. I was competing. It was funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think one of the guys was spamming my name so much that some of the other people that were watching were like, "Yo, shut up."
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was funny.
That's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
they were watching me the whole time saying Trey for chairman or something like that. It was funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, the chat was a lot of fun. Like the day of, it's fun right now, guys. I can see what you guys got going on in there.
They're probably spamming now. They said that they'd watch.
Yeah. I think your buddies are definitely in here. It's honestly like overall, I got 24 legs is back in the chat with the egregious. The community has been really cool, and I was wondering, like, since after the event and now the Hunter Association, we've been posting a lot of social media clips. Like, have people been like following you on social media more, reaching out, or has there been anything that's like affected like your life in that way?
So I honestly don't have really any social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I had guys at the event try to like get my like Instagram. I don't have an Instagram. The only thing I really have is a TikTok, and
Okay.
I've just started like posting like stuff from, like my bodybuilding stuff on there. So that's my only form of social media at this point. So it really hasn't affected that because I really haven't been. I'm really like an off the radar type of person, really.
Yeah, well, I mean that's cool. That can be your thing in the Hunter Association, I guess. Because I know like some of them, some of the winners have pretty big followings.
Oh yeah,
and-
I was saying that. Jesus, like some of the guys had like 30K followers. Like, damn.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And like overall, like obviously there was 9 total that ended up winning at the end of the
Yeah.
day, but there were so many there that were like vlogging and clearly like doing
Oh
content.
That, I was talking to that French guy that was there.
Trunky Zoo, yeah.
Yeah. I talked to him a couple of times. When we had first gotten there, we were talking, and then of course after I won, he had interviewed me a little bit.
Yeah, his it's in French, but his he did post his YouTube video on the event, which was pretty
Oh,
cool
okay.
to go check out. Yeah. Especially like we had him in the booth twice because he got out and he kind of got out in an unfair way in phase 2. He kind of got gypped. Yeah, it was a little
Yeah, no,
controversial.
I heard a lot of guys were getting a little jumped in the other heats. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say phase 2. I would say looking back, maybe deception because you had to rely on others in a big way.
Yeah.
But I would say phase 2 and phase 4 had the most volatility and like kind of luck, quote unquote, to them.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
because we've heard every single person's phase 2 story is a little bit different. No one tackled it the exact same way. Some people we had one guy who lost his flag, so lost the 3 points, and then had to gather 4 other flags and somehow got out of there. Like the teaming, like those that had people and friends and family they were competing with, that helped a bunch. Obviously like a big like gash injury happened in that event too. So people were like running into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I was dead after that, after the second heat.
It seemed just like it seemed like pure adrenaline for a lot of people. Like you could tell everyone was kind of sweating before they would say go, and then it would just kind of go crazy. One other thing for you today. So leading into hopefully one day, sometime later this year, the second exam, like what would there be anything that you would almost like want to see from that exam without maybe giving away too much, but like of the events that you did, would you maybe make some tweaks potentially?
I was joking around and saying that they have a cooking phase like they did in the anime, just because I like food. I'm a fat ass. So I was like, if you guys want to do a cooking phase, I'd definitely be a judge for that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, any more
just fun stuff like that. But also, of course, you still need a challenge and all that other stuff. So I definitely would want a little more physical stuff and more brain stuff too. So. Well, we haven't been talking too much about different phases yet. I didn't even know that there was one going on in the fall. So yeah.
Maybe not confirmed yet, but sources say it's a possibility. David Boy says, "Bro gives Dave Franco vibes." Yeah, I agree.
That's what everybody says.
You do.
I've gotten so many people that say I look like a lot of different people. I'm just like, I don't. Well, even one person said I look like Luigi. I was like, I didn't know who they're talking about at first. I was like Mario and Luigi.
That's hilarious. No, I remember. I don't think I called it out, but I remember thinking that when we were at the event, like you look like Dave Franco for sure.
Yeah, I get that from almost everybody that I see.
So what else you got going on? Obviously, you have a big bodybuilding event this year, but are you working on anything else? I mean, it's not really clear, like if pro hunters can ever come back and compete. This is just me talking here. I would love, like, eventually in 5 or 10 years, it's like the All-Star Games.
Yeah,
that pro hunters.
We were talking about that. That being seem like wanting that to be a possibility. But of
Yeah.
course, we need more hunters. So
Right.
so yeah.
So are you excited to be, a part of this community now? Like, where do you kind of see your role moving forward? Like, do you plan on even, like, I think we mentioned it earlier, but do you plan on like even maybe attending the next one if you
Oh
can?
yeah, definitely. I would love to attend it, and if they need me to do any like mentoring or anything like that, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. Like, I mean, obviously, hopefully we can keep this thing going for a long time, but like being in the inaugural class, that'll always, I think, kind of mean something, even if the games get, bigger and better than ever and all that. And
Yeah,
I do love the idea of like an all-star game. That would be so cool.
yeah. No, that would be so fun, and then we make the challenges even harder than what the original Hunters exam would be.
Right. Yeah, it's like 20 miles. I think that I honestly looking back, we got that from so many people how it was supposed to be more than 8 miles or whatever.
Yeah,
And everyone was prepared for more than 8. And then like
yeah.
8 seemed easy for so many people. But I'm
Oh yeah,
genuinely,
no, yeah.
yeah, I'm pumped for those that got cut off right then. Like we had the video of like the people that got cut off, like the
Oh
rope went up.
yeah.
Yeah, and just like so many that, I mean, even the guys that got to, phase 5 and didn't win, right? Like that set of people, like that's so brutal.
Yeah.
Do you have last thing and we'll wrap up? Have any
Mhm.
like advice, training advice, or even like mental advice for those that did compete and now
Mhm.
want to come back?
I mean, there's no shame in losing or not getting this. I've failed many times in other stuff before getting up to this point. I mean, even in bodybuilding, I've had like 10 plus shows on me and I haven't won one. So
Right.
I'm hoping to win this one. But I mean, just keep going. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing is to see that you got so close and then to not get it. But if you, I mean, there's always next time, man. It's not or girl. There's not
Yeah.
this isn't only one, hopefully. So there'll be many more.
Yeah, exactly. One last question from the
Stay in the gym.
chat. They were asking, so there's the Pro Hunter portal. You can be pretty brief with this, but is there anything that you'd like to kind of see from it beyond like what it is right now?
Well, right now he's still getting it developed, so
Okay.
we don't have anything in it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, but I would just like to see more events, even like not even like exams, but like just more like meetups and stuff like that. Maybe people that are local and want to go like on runs or workouts or do anything social together. That'd be pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I felt it in the moment. I'm sure you did too. And you were getting connected with people through Reddit ahead of time. Like the community is really, really great. Like it's a really cool community already. And it's such like a quickly built community as well. And I think it's only growing. Like I mentioned in the opening, like so many people now you can see in TikTok comments and Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, it's real. Like I'll be at the next one, or there's a plenty that wanted to be at the first one. It seems like that just couldn't quite make it to the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope people can continue to build a community and obviously join in and get into the next one. Also, someone shouted out a Discord, a community-driven Discord, which is really cool. So I want to shout that out in the chat if anyone wanted to join up on that. Anyway, Trey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. You are one of our pro hunters that will be obviously on this pedestal from now until forever, hopefully. And hopefully we get to see you soon. Obviously, if you are at the next exams and I happen to be there and, me, Malcolm, and Zach get to be there as well for commentating, that'll be such a great time to bring the pro hunters of exam 1 in, talk to them, do some side-by-side commentary and, get the tips and tricks from the winners at the end of the day.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Trey, I appreciate your time. My name's David Thompson. You guys can follow me. I saw someone asking about social handles at David Thompson with 2 A's on all platforms and all that good stuff. But Trey, appreciate you, man. Congratulations.